Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
To remove this master window switch, there is a tab that is fitting under the door panel on this side, and there's a clip on this side, so it needs to be lifted up this way first and then lifted out. So I use this plastic prying tool. You can get these from 1aauto.com. Just kind of work it underneath the edge of the switch. If you need to, you can go on this side, on the outside here. Just kind of pop it up. And then it's going to lift out backwards. This hook here has to come off. And push in the locks. Pull this connector out. There's another lock on this side. Undo this connector. Take that out. And go in behind the door handle. Use my plastic trim tool to pop this lock off. Do it like that. Pop that plastic piece out. Put that aside. There's a small push clip. We use a small flat bladed screwdriver to kind of open it up. It's tricky to get in here. Just popped it out. Now I can pull the clip out. It should be unlocked, and when I pull the door panel off, should pop that out. And remove the Phillips head screw. There's just push clips that are around the edge of the door, holding it to the door panel now. So I'm going to hold on to the door and just give it a firm pull. Reach my hand underneath. The top of this door panel kind of clamps around the door panel. So we're gonna lift it up and off. So now that clip popped out because it was unlocked. So we've got the door lock, the cables. Pop this out and then pop that up. And then there's another one here. Pop that off of there. This will pull out. And take a small flat bladed screwdriver, pop this lock up. So I just had to pry this tab out from underneath this metal here, and that's what unlocked it. I need to remove this clip here, push that off. We'll pull that straight up and pull the door panel out of the car. We have to take off this water vapor barrier. I'll pop these plugs out. You can use a plastic trim tool. You can get these from 1aauto.com. Just kind of pop it out gently. Make sure you don't lose them if you drop them. Unplug the door lock actuator. There's a little lock on the top. Just push it in, pull it right out. I get this rubber plug out of here. Just push that out. So now we're ready to take this vapor barrier off. It's got this like butyl tape that's on the back side of it. It's very, very sticky. You just kind of carefully peel it off. You probably want to wear gloves because it'll get all over your hands. And you're also at the same time going to guide out this harness as I pull this off. If this stuff is really sticky, you can take a razor blade and as you're peeling it, just sort of slice the butyl tape part. Try to be careful with the vapor barrier because it's kind of fragile and can stretch and rip. You want to be able to reuse it. I'm going to guide the harness out of here. Just keep going. Also helps when you do this if it's a warm day. This butyl tape is a lot easier to work with. Guide this one out. I want to put this somewhere where it's not going to lay sticky side down and just where it won't get damaged so you can reuse it. To replace the door check, there's a 12mm bolt here, two 10mm bolts here. You'll have to have the door panel off. You could peel back just this part of the vapor barrier. We've got it off because we were doing other things, but you'll need to be able to get into here because the door check will come out from the inside of the door. Let's start by removing the bolt from the body. This is a 12mm. Just be careful when you undo this. Your door could swing out further than normally, or it could just close unexpectedly. Take that bolt out, put it aside, and remove the two 10mm bolts that are holding it in. Feed this out, reach in. Pull it out of the door panel. That is your door check. Reinstall the door check. Feed it into the door panel, find the opening on the outside of the door. Gotta kind of maneuver it out. Probably gonna have to hold it with one hand. Get the bolt holes lined up as best you can see. Start the bolts. Place the larger 12mm bolt. Just tighten that down. Finish tightening the outer ones. And bring them in evenly. As I feel them get tight, I'll stop. Door check is replaced. Replace our vapor barrier. Let's get some openings in it for the different cables. Let's do this first. The control cables in for the door lock and the door handle. There's another opening here for the door lock actuator. Get that set up. Feed the harness through for the master window switch and mirror control. Once those are in place, just kind of line it up with where it was originally. This stuff is so sticky. Kind of put it back into place. Just go right around the edge. Just replace any rubber plugs you took out. That one there. This one goes on this side. Also holds in the vapor barrier. Put this little one back in place. Don't forget to plug in your door lock actuator. And reinstall our door panel. Gonna feed the master window switch up into the opening in the door panel. I'm going to get close to the door. Need to reinstall the door lock and the door pull handle. This one with the threads, or the things that look like threads on it, sits in this opening here. So we're going to get it pushed into place. And flip this lock over. Get that into position. Also helps to have the window open, as you can see. So you can kind of look through. Grab our other cable. Do the same thing. Push it into the opening. Push the lock over. Snap that in place. And then push this lock up there. Now I'm going to, this lip is going to hang on the edge of the door panel. We'll get that set up first. Just like that. Make sure our harness is out here. Then we can just push it into place on the clips. Go around the door panel, push it in. So this Phillips head screw with the shoulder goes to the top. There's also a push clip that goes in here. Push that in place. Push the center part in to lock it. Place the trim cap. Slide the little hook, front part in. That's installed. We're going to install this screw. To install this, plug the large connector back in place. So it'll click when it's locked in. Plug the small white connector into here. It'll also click. There's a tab that's going to fit into the door panel on this side first, then a clip that's going to clip down into the door panel. I'll start by fitting it this way and then pushing it down into the door panel.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.